All right, this is the Fantasy Sports Boss with another video for you. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button. Lots of videos coming this week, as always. And I wanted, like I do every Monday, go over the snap percentages for each team and all the key fantasy football players so we get a better idea of who's on the field the most, who's got the most opportunity to accumulate points. And this is a very useful tool that's often overlooked when constructing the ideal lineups each week. All right, the Miami Dolphins, Jalen Waddle, 80% snap share. Tyreek Hill, 76%. Mike Gesicki, 62%. That was a lot higher. I mean, game script almost forced Gesicki out there since the Dolphins had to play catch-up. But this is something that bears watching because Gesicki's been kicked to the curb in a lot of fantasy football leagues. And he had a good game, caught a touchdown. I believe it was 4 receptions, 40-plus yards. So that's a number that stood out to me. Raheem Mostert, 55%, Chase Edmonds, 51%. So they were on the field, obviously, a few times together. That's why the numbers overlap a little bit there. So it was almost a 50-50 split between the two. Even though Mostert got the majority of carries, it seemed like Edmonds was never out there. But a 50-50 timeshare is not good for either guy, especially for Edmonds, considering what the cost that it took to get him. All right, the Baltimore Ravens, Mark Andrews, 83%. Rashad Bateman, 61% snap share. So Bateman was under 70% the first 2 weeks. Now, we know it's a run-heavy offense, but this is not really what you want to see from Bateman, who's supposed to be, a borderline wide receiver 1, definitely a high-end wide receiver 2. But despite that, he is still putting forth. He's been balling out the first 2 weeks with big plays, a little touchdown and big play dependent, which makes you a little bit nervous in terms of depending on Bateman the long term. 61% is low, but you want to, at least the numbers have been there for sure. All right, for the Jets, Tyler Conklin, 100%. If you need a tight end this week, if Hunter Henry, Albert O, they bombed out for you, even Taysom Hill, Tyler Conklin should be available, 100% snap share. He's been heavily targeted so far. Now, the game script, again, for the Jets has necessitated a lot of passing the last 2 weeks, but you could do a lot worse than Tyler Conklin. Elijah Moore, 87%. Corey Davis, 79%. Garrett Wilson was at 61% because he missed time with some injury in the third quarter. All three of those guys are going to siphon looks from each other. And one thing I'm going to say about Garrett Wilson is we don't know how good he's going to be with Zach Wilson when he gets under center. Zach Wilson has shown that he targeted Elijah Moore last season. Maybe he falls back on that, or maybe he targets Garrett Wilson more. Who knows? But Joe Flacco, who's going to start in week 3, that was just announced before I came on, as long as Flacco's under center, Garrett Wilson's got to be the top target here. All right, Michael Carter, 61% snap percentage. Breece Hall, only 27%. So it looked like that they were splitting things right down the middle. But in terms of workload, snaps, I should say, Michael Carter was at 61%. And I said from the very beginning, Breece Hall was being overdrafted. I think long-term Hall is going to be very good, and he's probably going to take over the starting job, but not yet. Cleveland Browns, David Njoku, 94%, but he's mostly empty again. Amari Cooper, 81%. Nick Chubb at 54%, made the most of his opportunities, and Kareem Hunt, 46%. So just like some other situations at the running backs, but like Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are almost 50-50, so that's good for both guys. And as opposed to Edmonds and Mostert, because Miami is skewing pass-heavy, while the Browns are always run-heavy. All right, the Commanders, Jahan Dotson, 99% snap share. Curtis Samuel, 99% snap share. Terry McLaurin, 89%. So it was Dotson, who I thought was very touchdown dependent week 1. He had 4 targets, 3 catches, 2 went for touchdowns. Much different story this time because he was on the field 99% of the time. And Curtis Samuel, who's been the story of the first couple of games, in terms of, at least of being in terms of a waiver guy, at 99%. McLaurin, who's disappointed so far, 89%. Logan Thomas at 73%. That's a good number for a tight end. So again, if you need a tight end, he's there for you. Antonio Gibson, 54%. J.D. McKissick, 46%. The Commanders had to play catch up. That explains that split there. Detroit Lions, T.J. Hawkinson, 89%. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 85%. Love it. DJ Chark, only 66% as he put up a bagel. DeAndre Swift was 51%, but he was on a pitch count. So I think that's going to go up next week. Jamal Williams at 34%. You're not worried about Jamal Williams. Just to show you how awful Paris Campbell was for the Indianapolis Colts, an 86% target snap share and no catches. Just a god-awful, just bullshit game from Paris Campbell. Jonathan Taylor, 74%. Naheem Hines, only 30%. I really thought he was going to be more involved. That was That's a big blow there for anybody who started him. For the Jaguars, Christian Kirk, 90%. Marvin Jones, 90%. But this is the Christian Kirk show. Evan Ingram at 69%. I like Ingram as well. James Robinson, 63%. That number was much higher than I anticipated. And Travis Etienne, 37%. I did a crisis point on Travis Etienne last week. I almost want to do another one this week. It is not looking so hot right now for Travis Etienne once again, 2 weeks in a row. Peterson loves Robinson, loves him in pass protection, loves him as the primary runner, and we're seeing that. New Orleans Saints, Juwan Johnson, 78% the tight end. So if not for the back issues and the crowded target share at wide receiver, I'd be more interested in him. Michael Thomas, 76%, Chris Olave, 75%, Jarvis Landry, 68%, Mark Ingram, 37%, Taysom Hill, 9%. Bench him. If you're in a deeper league, bench him and cut him loose, as much as I hate to say it. Because that really worked out for me as a recommend in week 1. All right, for the Buccaneers, Leonard Fournette, 87%. He's going to be just fine, folks. He's out there almost every snap. Don't worry about it. He even apologized to his fantasy owners today for not scoring touchdowns. Love it. Mike Evans, 61% because he was ejected. Russell Gage, 66%. Rashad Perriman was at 75%. That was the number that jumped out to me. New York Giants, David Sills, who? 92%. Just shows you. Kadarius Toney at 38%. Kenny Galladay at 3%. They are turning everything over in this offense. Sterling Shepard, 88%. He's the only wideout I would really be interested in until Wan'Dale Robinson comes back. Saquon Barkley, 84%. That's a big number for Saquon Barkley. All right, the Panthers, DJ Moore, 97%. Robbie Anderson, 93%. It's a very tight target tree. Baker Mayfield stinks, and that's the problem for DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson right now. Christian McCaffrey, 91%, like Saquon Barkley. The workload is going to be there like Leonard Fournette. No issues there. Patriots, 82% for Jacoby Myers. Ramondre Stevenson at 62%. I did a crisis point on him before. I'm still cautiously optimistic about Stevenson moving forward. And Damian Harris was only 40%, so that's something that bears watching. Steelers, Chase Claypool, 92%. He led the Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 86%. George Pickens, 85%. Pickens you can drop. There's just not enough targets to go around. Pat Freiermuth, 81%. Najee Harris, 71%. Jalen Warren, 29%. So Harris is still getting a lot of run. For the Rams, Cooper Kupp, 98%. Tyler Higbee, 97%. Tyler Higbee, the guy has got hands of stone, but he is very heavily targeted right now. Allen Robinson at 90% is the clear third option, which is something I never thought I would see. Even Ben, I can't pronounce this guy's last name, Skoronek, 86% rather. That's a big number. Darrell Henderson, 56%. He's still getting the majority of snaps. Cam Akers at 43%. I think we're going to see that start to go the other way soon, though. Kyle Pitts, 93%, but nothing is happening for him. I keep seeing on Twitter, oh, Kyle Pitts will be fine. All these, 93% snap share. Doesn't mean anything if you're not getting the ball thrown your way. Drake London, 82%. Cordero Patterson, 59%. That's all on the low side. 49ers, Brandon Ayuk, 88%. Deebo Samuel, 78%. Jeff Wilson, 49%. Tyrion Davis-Price, 39%. Jeff Wilson got screwed on a couple of goal line carries. Should have been a better day for him. Seattle Seahawks, Tyler Lockett, 92%. DK Metcalf, 92%. Travis Homer, 45%. What is up? Rashad Penny, want to throw up, 41%. Kenny Walker, 24%. You got to add the Seattle Seahawks now to the Baltimore Ravens in terms of backfield. You just got to completely avoid altogether. Dallas Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb, 95%. Dalton Schultz, who's going to miss probably a couple of weeks, 90%. Ezekiel Elliott, 67%. That's still way too high. Tony Pollard, 39%. So Elliott at 67%. Dallas is just fooling themselves if they think he can be the guy. He's not. Get Pollard in there, who was fantastic on a per-snap basis this week. Bengals, Jamar Chase, 96%. T. Higgins, 89%. Hayden Hurst, 81%. Tyler Boyd, 81%. That's pretty good for a third receiver. Joe Mixon, 76%. That's a high number for him. Denver Broncos, Cortland Sutton, 92%. Javonte Williams, only 65%. Melvin Gordon, 32%. I shouldn't say only. That's actually a good number considering where they were last year. Albert O, 53% with nothing doing there for him. Texans, Brandon Cooks, 87%. Damian Pierce, 62%, so he's going up. And Rex Burkhead, 37%. He's down. I expected that to happen this week. I think we're going to see more of Pierce. The Raiders, Devontae Adams, 97%. Josh Jacobs, 72%. That's a big number for Josh Jacobs. So perhaps. And Jacobs has played well on a per snap basis, so perhaps that's a good sign for him going forward. Darren Waller, 55%. That was low. Hunter Renfrow, 69. Foster Moreau was at 61%, so I don't know what was going on there with Waller. The Cardinals, Marquise Brown, 93%. He's still adjusting. The numbers just have not been there. Zach Ertz, 84%. He's back fully now from the calf. Darrell Williams got 46% of the carries. Eno Benjamin, 43% of the snaps, I should say. So they split things right down the middle, but it looks like James Conner's going to be all right. Packers, Alan Lazard, 81%. That's a good number for him coming back. Sammy Watkins, 65. Aaron Jones, 59. A.J. Dillon, 57. They were on the field a few times together. So, again, it's almost an even split between the two, but Jones, heavily used in the passing game, he just balled out. Great outing for him. Romeo Dobbs, 37%. Christian Watson, 32%. Randall Cobb, 29%. And Darnell Mooney for the Bears, 90%. Dump everybody on Chicago, including Mooney. Cole Kmet, 85%. David Montgomery, 80%. Khalil Herbert, 20%. Did not like that number. I was really hoping to see more from Khalil Herbert but in this one. All right, so that's the snap percentage of this week. That comes every Monday. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification button. More videos on the way.